buy it, use it, break it, fix it, trash it, change it, mail, upgrade it, charge it, point it, zoom it, press it, snap it, work it, quick erase it, write it, cut it, paste it, save it, load it, check it, quick rewrite it, plug it, play it, burn it, rip it, drag it, drop it, zip, unzip it, lock it, fill it, call it, find it, view it, code it, jam, unlock it, surf it, scroll it, pause it, click it, cross it, crack it, switch, update it, name it, read it, tune it, print it, scan it, send it, fax, rename it, touch it, bring it, pay it, watch it, turn it, leave it, start, format it, technologic.
Live from studios in South Hall on the beautiful campus of Jacksonville State University, it's the Hey Techies Show. Now, here are your hosts in chairs that should have been thrown out years ago, Michael, Bruce, and the Guru.
Is this thing on?
I don't know. Let's check.
Is this thing on?
Sounds like it is.
Is the mic on? Is it hot tonight, Guru?
Well, the temperature in the studio is not
The temperature
hot.
in the studio is
I made a statement earlier. I'm going to have to go get my long sleeve shirt out of the car. It's a little chilly for me.
Cut my headset up 1 tick or 2 ticks. Yeah, okay, that's much better. Well, welcome into the Hey Techies Show, episode 130.
That's right, 130.
Yeah,
Wow.
130 for June 28th, 2018. And it's been a long wait to get here. Actually, Guru and I got here earlier, much earlier, sometime earlier than we've been in a while, I guess.
Yeah,
and,
we had quite the extensive...
that's right. Green room, prep time.
Yes, which I say did little of anything.
So anyway,
the preparation was on Michael's part.
Well,
Michael's
I don't know. We'll find out how well I was prepared, how well I prepped for this tonight. But anyway, Guru, are you doing well?
I'm doing well, considering.
Well, that's good. Considering
I have no power at my house since about 2 o'clock
you have no
today.
Alabama power at your house.
Well,
yeah,
that is true.
You have some backup power at your house.
But I have a power line across my front yard right now, so it's going to make it quite difficult to get home after the show.
Alabama Power. There you go.
That's right.
Got to get it done at Guru's house.
But thank you so much for the folks from
Alabama
Power and other utilities that get out in this weather to restore. There was like at one point 160,000 people today without power. I think it's down to like 120.
Yeah, earlier tonight, if you weren't listening and you didn't know, but you probably were in the area, or if you're not in this area, you didn't know, we had a little storm come through this area of Alabama, and it was quite windy for at least 5 to 7 minutes. There was and maybe some areas probably got more, but where I was in Jacksonville, we had about 5 to 7 minutes. There was a lot of gusts, a lot of limbs, limbs down around campus. I noticed when I was driving around back over here to our studios here at South Hall. And anyway, so welcome to the Hey Techies Show.
Well,
and
we're forgetting one thing.
What are we forgetting? Oh, please. He's left the show.
Bruce is missing again.
Nah, he's exited the show. Come on.
Bruce.
He's on a forever.
Second week in a row.
He's on
missing.
a forever vacation. That's what I've decided. That's
Bruce,
what it is.
we miss you.
Of course. He's on a forever vacation. I don't know what
vacation.
Well, what else do you call it? And I don't mean the kind you leave the earth. I'm not talking about that kind of vacation. I don't know where he's at. Well, I actually haven't talked to him much.
I talked to him briefly the other day, but
but
not. I guess it was a text message, not really
right.
Speaking voice call.
Well, I guess he's doing okay. I haven't heard any otherwise. And we had an incident locally this week about a terrible thing that happened at Lowe's nearby. A man took his own life, and anyway, long story short, Bruce knows some folks there, and but everybody that he knew was okay. So. Yeah. And it was quite the shame. But anyway, you can call us at 256-782-5600 if you want to be on the show. Guru will have to set the phone in place when he gets second. And maybe my little eyeball while talking will catch the light.
I hope so, because I won't see
I
it
know.
probably.
And maybe you'll call in and be a part of the Hey Techie Show. We'd love to have you and take your tech question or whatever you want to probably bring up, as long as it's close to tech. We usually can wind anything into tech. Got a good bit of phone news tonight.
Yes, we do.
That. I've got a really big phone stack tonight, so Guru and I will cover some of that. And let's see. Big news this week. We'll cover. I may be able to cover some of that. Well, there's a couple of big news this week. One, the U.S. Supreme Court ruled that law enforcement will need a warrant to get your phone data. Location data, for the most part, I think is where this was talking about. Anyway. So if I remember to pull that article somewhere in my huge stack, I've got like, I don't know, what is that, 15, 20 tabs
this stack
up
of Michael's, it's like,
yes,
if you're watching the video, it's like, it's so tall.
It's a big stack.
It's so tall.
It's a big stack. It's huge. It's huge. And then we've got SpaceX.
Imagine all the trees you killed.
Right.
No,
Digital trees. We've got SpaceX. I know you can't believe it, but we have some SpaceX news and all kinds of things like that. We've got tons of stuff to cover. California they've approved a new digital privacy law that just announced today. So I'll have to dig into that one tonight.
Haven't heard that one.
Yeah. And who knows what we'll get into. I've got little ancillary things here that I'm sure we'll get into here and there as long as the show goes on. And maybe you will call in and give us something. But if you don't want to call, you can do the internet thing. So that's questions@heytechieshow.com. questions@heytechieshow.com. And also, you can see our beautiful faces and hear our lovely voices at heytechieshow.com. That's heytechieshow.com. And the video would be up. You can watch it right from there, or you can go directly to YouTube from there and watch it directly on YouTube. And there is a chat feature there that we never watch. Admittedly,
we should turn that off probably.
Yeah, we probably should. But anyway, it's not that we just don't watch it. There's so much going on.
We're in desperate need of like a extra hand in the studio to kind of monitor this stuff while we're on the show.
I would love to have an intern. That would be excellent. You don't even have to be in the studio with us. We'll figure something else out.
Yeah.
I mean, you could be remotely at your place. As long
we can figure something out.
Yeah, you could, and you could do the show notes for us. I mean, it'd be great. You'd be part of the Hey Techie show, so it would be excellent. That would be fun. I would enjoy that. Certainly take some stress off of our lives during the show, because I've been trying to keep the show's notes up so that it's much easier at the back end to do it. But that has been helpful, actually. I've been a little more what's the right word? On top of things, getting things posted that way. So as we go along, so I don't forget them later, because don't always have time to listen to the show again. To make sure that I get everything that we covered. But anyway, so that the Guru's doing well, and I'm doing fine as far as I know. And I was trying to think of anything that we have updates from last week. There may be something along the way. I know we do partially.
Yeah, I've got one thing. Or probably more than one thing.
Oh, the Disney Fox thing?
No. That's going to take a little bit longer to go into.
I know, but I meant to say we have that coming up.
Yeah, we do. We do have that coming up. In 2 minutes, I don't know if I've got anything really. I have several things I want to say, but we'll save them for, that's a tease, so after the break.
Okay, well, anyway, did you know about this, Guru?
Oh, what?
Did you know about this? Did you know that there is a space kingdom? It's seeking citizens for life beyond Earth very soon.
Really?
Yes.
Well, I know President Trump said the other week about a space force. So is this part of that?
No, this is totally different. So this
is a civilian
yes. This
colony.
Is well, you just got to hear it.
All right, I'll listen.
You can't believe it until you hear it.
I don't believe it.
No, this is, and actually where I found this is yahoo.com news.
Oh, okay.
So anyway,
is it fake news?
It's from Vienna.
You are fake news.
And I don't think so, Guru.
Okay.
Asgardia's head of nations, Igor Ashbarel and Yunzo attended the inauguration ceremony of Asgardia's first head of nation in Vienna. Now, you may be saying, Asgardia. Yes.
Yeah, what is that?
There is a a country now of Asgardia. It's
Asgardia.
Yes.
That's a country?
Yes. It is.
How do you spell that?
Asgardia.
Oh, it does come up in Google. Oh, the Space Kingdom of Asgardia.
Yes. Now listen. Asgardia was
There's a
found.
Wikipedia article.
Yes, it was founded.
This
just
is legit.
Listen, I don't know about that.
Well, it's in Wikipedia. It's got to be true.
Well, no, it's true, but that's not what I'm getting at. I don't know how legit this is. Asgardia was founded just 20 months ago. It has around 200,000 citizens, and they're like in 200 different countries. Yeah, it's not one. It's like virtual.
Oh Lord, this is getting deep.
Yeah.
Let me get my feet up.
So this is what Ash Barrel. I think that's how you say it. I think it's Ash Bailey. Asher Bailey is his last name. I butchered that, but it's something like that. Anyway, he says this day will certainly be recorded in the annals of the greatest events in the history of humankind. We have thus established all branches of government. I can therefore declare with confidence that Asgardia, the first space nation of the united humankind, has been born. He's a Russian engineer and computer scientist and businessman. Now, of course, you may remember, you may say, Asgardia, I've heard it. Yeah, it's named after Asgard. You know, that's the world in the sky in Norse mythology.
Oh, is it? I wasn't too good in mythology.
Well, me either.
I'll take your word for it.
You know, Asgard is. I think it's. I think in the Thor movies, I believe they have this.
They have a 150-member parliament.
Yes. But here's the kicker, Guru.
Wow.
Guru, I want you to do.
This guy's done some work.
Yeah. It's not just him, but here's the kicker, Guru. Here's the kicker.
Okay.
They pay an annual membership fee.
What, the citizens of Asgardia?
Of €100 a year.
100 euros. So that's probably about
$116.
Yeah, it's about, I was going to say 120 US. Okay. So that's what you have to pay to be a member.
Okay,
be
so
a citizen of
right,
this.
and there's 200,000. So they're making 20 million euros right now.
Okay. Well, it costs money. It costs money to have a government.
Now here's the kicker. Listen,
you got to expect this guy to get paid.
He intends to have satellites providing internet access around the globe in 5 to 7 years, space arcs operating in 10 to 15 years, and finally to establish a permanent settlement on the moon within 25 years.
Okay, 25 years from now, we'll come back and listen to this episode and let's see if he's right. If they
25 years, yeah, that's funny. I love that.
We'll put this in a time capsule.
Yeah, episode.
We'll bury it out here in front of the station.
Episode 130. Yeah, right.
Yeah, how many weeks is this? See, 25 years.
Yeah,
that's 52 weeks. We'll be at episode there's 1,300 more weeks between now and then.
Well, but we're gonna miss some. We'll miss some.
Well, 1,250. Hopefully, we'll miss more than 50 next 25 years. How you doing there, Bruce?
Yeah.
I'm doing all right.
Sorry. No, seriously. I mean, this guy, I think this is a bunch of baloney, man. They're pulling in money hand over fist.
I wonder if they give the members of the press a discount.
I don't know.
Can we be part of this? For free because we're members of the media.
But I'm going to post this in the show notes. But one guy,
there's a Wikipedia article. I want you to post this Wikipedia article too. I'll put it in there.
One guy. A lot of the comments are funny. The reason I'm posting it, you got to go read the comments out of this article because they're hilarious. One guy said that his mother-in-law is a really good cook and he wanted to sign her up for missions to
you got to have a good cook
to the moon. It was so funny.
Well, you've got
he wanted to say if you need a cook, he knows one.
You need a good person to fix printers? I know one right here.
No, I ain't going.
Why not?
Hey, Techies Show. Be right back.
We're just getting started. Plenty more Hey Techies Show for your listening pleasure.
you need a job? Are you stuck in a job you don't really like? Do you want to make more money? If you answered yes to any of these questions, your local Alabama Career Center can help you. Career centers provide services to job seekers who are looking to land a job, make a career move, or to get some valuable vocational or educational training. Call or visit your local career center today, where professionals will help you with your resume, teach you how to nail that interview, and can even help you get training for that dream job. All of these services are available at no cost to you. The first step in finding your dream job is making sure you're prepared to land it. And don't just take our word. Keosha Smith, now an LPN, is very happy with the guidance she received.
My overall experience, I would say, was totally awesome. If you're looking for a job or if you want a better job, the Career Center would be a wonderful choice.
Visit us today, www.joblink.alabama.gov. Sponsored by the Alabama Department of Labor, the Alabama Broadcasters Association, and this station. In Alabama, the recycling industry employs nearly 11,000 men and women. Recycling just 10% more would create an additional 1,400 jobs and $66 million in personal income. To learn about recycling opportunities in your area, contact the Alabama Environmental Council. Recycling works in Alabama. Brought to you by the Alabama Environmental Council, the Alabama Broadcasters Association, and this station.
Right now, it's a great time for anybody ready to get some real work done in Alabama. Whether you're somebody who needs to hire, somebody who wants to get hired, or a student who wants to know how to prepare to get hired, there's a new unified force for your success and a brighter future. It's time to get to work, Alabama. Alabama works.
Sponsored by Alabama Works, the ADA, and this station.
Welcome back into the Hey Techies show. Yes, I'm not signing up for Asgardia. By the way, I know people are clamoring.
I think you should.
No, I know people are clamoring, but I'm not. I'm not signing up.
Clamoring.
Well,
You just
yeah. But I tell you what, we are signing up for. We are signing up for information on how this Disney acquisition of Fox is going to work.
Yeah, we just talked about this last week.
Yeah, we did, but now it's been approved, which it was going to get approved. I mean, you know.
Well, I mean, it's a formality, but you never know.
No, but I think, I mean, last week we talked about it. We felt pretty strongly it was going to get. I mean, everybody that has known anything about this deal, for the most part, felt like it was going to get approved.
So it started out being, though, where what company was trying to buy them?
Comcast.
Comcast, that's right. I couldn't remember which major media conglomerate.
And I mean, they offered.
And then they offered
the bank. And I guess really Disney has too.
Well, Disney just pulled some spare change out of the other cows.
Disney offered the bank and then Comcast's bank as well.
Yeah. So, yeah, $71.3 billion. Now, part of this deal, though, and we talked about this, and this has been discussed other places, but Disney must divest 22 regional sports networks owned by Fox to an acceptable quote-unquote buyer. Removing these networks from the acquisition, quote, would resolve the competitive harm, end quote.
Yeah, and this is from a Mac Rumors article, by the way, we're going to post. But
and that makes sense because they own ESPN. What else does Disney own it'd give them too much. It'd be lack of competition in that market, I guess you could say. So, So they've got to find somebody to buy these 22 regional sports networks. But provided they can do that, I guess that's it. It's just a matter of somebody writing a check. And I'm waiting on Michael. And
I'm sorry. I apologize.
I ran out of stuff to say.
No, you haven't.
So this man, think about. I mean, it's crazy. Just thinking about how much Disney is fixing to get from just this, plus what they already have. You know, like the Walt Disney Company is something.
Oh yeah,
else.
ESPN, ABC. But the thing is, they were going to have to divest this anyway because it was probably not going to be approved with having these Fox Sports and ESPN. It just wasn't.
Yeah, I completely get that. I'm trying to figure out what assets
that
Walt Disney owns. Like we mentioned ABC,
ESPN.
Yeah,
they own. They
own a list of. I'm looking for Wikipedia.
Lucasfilms.
Yeah, I found it now. So you've got the Walt Disney Studios, their production arm, which part of that's animation, part of it's Lucasfilm, Marvel Studios.
Right.
Walt Disney Studios Motion Pictures, that's what they use to distribute movies. The Disney Music Group, which has got a bunch of different labels, music labels under it. The Disney Theatrical Group, which has things like Disney Theatrical Productions. I didn't know that even existed. There's a New Amsterdam Theatrical Productions. Disney Studio Services. Of course, the Walt Disney Parks, Experiences and Consumer Products like Disney Retail, the Disney Games, Disney Publishing. Just name it, Disney's got it. All these resorts. You know, it's just the list goes on and on and on and on. And it still goes. Then, of course, we mentioned ABC. So that's, the ABC Broadcast Network. I mean, the actual, American Broadcasting Company, but ABC News, ABC News Radio. Yeah. A&E Networks. I did not know that was part of that. It's a joint venture with Hearst Corporation, 50% equity holding, according to this. So that's the A&E Network, the History Network.
Yeah, they're going to own a ton of stuff.
Lifetime Entertainment Service, so like the Lifetime Channel, Lifetime Movies, all those Lifetime branded, that's all under that. I mean, this is crazy. I didn't realize some stuff kind of caught me off guard. They own a bunch of television stations, local television stations like KABC and WABC. And
you got to own some of those.
WPVI in Philadelphia, WTVD in Raleigh-Durham, North Carolina.
Well, now the ABC stuff would have come with the ABC.
Well, some of these local stations, ABC actually owns them. They're not affiliates.
Correct. And that would have come when they bought.
And of course, ESPN. We are talking about Marvel Entertainment. And now think about this. All this I'm calling out, and now the Fox Broadcasting Company, the Fox, like the studio stuff that does the movies.
Correct. Right.
What else did they get?
The controlling interest in Hulu.
Yes, that's the.
I know.
We talked about that last week. I mean, Disney is a force to be reckoned with.
Oh yeah, and they have been.
And now even more so. Even before this, they were. This is crazy.
Yeah. So. But they're going to they'll have to spin off, and I know we've talked about this. They're going to spin off the Fox Sports. That's what they're really talking about. All those, we have Fox Sports South here, and there's like 20 of them, 22 I think, of those Fox Sports regional sports networks.
Correct.
And that's what they're spinning off.
Yeah, and they'll find somebody.
But I think they're also spinning off the news. I don't think they have Fox News.
No, Fox News is not part of this.
This is just the entertainment section.
Yeah, at some point in the past, I think Fox kind of consolidated all this under 21st Century Fox, but now they're going to have to separate again. So, they're not getting the news stuff. So, Fox News will not be part of this purchase. So, you know,
there you go.
so that'll be still, I guess, Rupert Murdoch and all them folks.
Yeah.
I mean, whatever. Anyway, but yeah, it's interesting just to kind of sit back from a observer, and whoever did Disney just kind of pulled some money out of the couch. I still think that was it. There was this big money, and it's
Sure.
like, oh, needs $13 billion, sure. Well,
Sure.
30
yeah.
billion, sure. Here you go.
Yeah. 71.
It's like us getting $20 bill out.
You're right. 73.1 billion. Yeah.
That looks like a good deal. I'll take 20. Here you go.
Yeah, I'm gonna need about 10 more billion. We'll go down to the bank and get it. Just hold on.
Hopefully.
Kind of short, just about 10 billion. But we'll just get that.
So, but it's happening. Whether we like it or not, it's happening.
Right. So I know we have a story on the horizon here about Apple in this keyboard gate.
Oh,
mess.
keyboard gate. It's back, baby. We've talked about it on the show before.
Yeah, but they have sort of admitted. I mean,
they've more or less admitted, because what's come out on Monday of this week is there's been these complaints. There's been at least 3 lawsuits that have been filed because of these keyboards that are failing. And they're blaming it on the design of the butterfly mechanism, this new mechanism, and it has it's less travel of the key. And I've discussed my hatred for that keyboard. I do not like it, but they did this all in the fact of trying to make things thinner. Well, people said these things are not working. They're causing problems, causing individual keys to fail, the entire keyboard to fail. Blah 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 blah. Well, Apple has now. They have a service program in place. And what that is it's not a recall per se, but it's if you're experiencing problems related to this, even if your device is no longer in warranty,
right,
they will repair it at no cost to the consumer. So here's some details that came out.
I understood that they were thinking about, or I don't know if it finally, about just extending warranties.
It's they call it a service program.
Okay.
And here's some let's see, there was some questions that have come out with this. They distributed a document last Friday, Apple did, an internal document with more information about the service program. It notes that keyboards damaged due to attempted repair are still eligible for free service under this program. If your MacBook or MacBook Pro has physical top case damage unrelated to the keyboard, also remains eligible. As to be expected, if your MacBook or MacBook Pro has liquid damage, it is ineligible for the program. If a key is not recognized, key presses feel abnormal or sticky, or keys are loose or missing, Apple has instructed its authorized service providers to clean or replace the affected keycaps if possible. And keycap replacement kits are available for English keyboards and ANSI ISO layouts, along British, French, German, Danish, Italian, and many other languages. I mean, this keeps on going. There's a bunch of bullet points here. It's going to be in the article we'll link in MacRoom.
It's already there.
Well, it's already there.
It's already there. So if you want to go to HeyTechiesShow.com.
So they're not admitting publicly, yeah, we screwed up, but they've now got a repair program in place for people that are experiencing problem with these keyboards to be able to take it to your Apple store or service provider and get it repaired, within certain conditions, obviously. If you've got, like I said, liquid damage, they're not going to for free. But if it's, under normal use, they'll take care of you, even if you don't have it in warranty. But the big elephant in the room to me with this is, what are they going to do going forward?
Yeah. I mean, I think it's going to come down to how whiny are you about getting this as a consumer? I mean, do you get after them, call them every week? I mean, I'm talking about when the warranty runs out and they just decide.
Well, there's no end date to when they're going to stop honoring this program.
Oh, come on, Guru.
Well, at some point,
not stated.
And this is
there's going to be an end date.
And this is these are free repairs for affected 2015 and later MacBook and 2016 and later MacBook Pro models with sticky, unresponsive, or inconsistently functioning keys.
Up to 2017.
Does it say that?
Right down here in this article, it says covered computers include the 12-inch MacBook, early 2015, all the way up to 2017 models.
Yes, you're right. I see that. And there's also a point in here that
if you've bought one since 2017,
anecdotal report, I can't speak tonight, from consumers suggests the 2017 MacBook Pro keyboard, quote, has a different feel to it, end quote. with some calling it better and less prone to issues.
Less prone.
For example, it said it is more damped in DAMPD, like it's dampened.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And both feel sound as if there's some more rubber somewhere. So they may have already addressed it.
Right.
I still don't like the butterfly mechanism. I cannot stand it. Can't stand it.
He can't stand it.
I want my old keyboard back, by golly.
He cannot stand the butterfly. Butterfly
Steve
mechanism.
Jobs, are you listening to me?
We need that song "Butterfly Kisses" to play along here.
Yeah, we
with
do.
Yeah.
I have no idea what the lyrics are to
Bill
it.
Carlisle.
Oh.
Is his name. Not Bill.
I'll have to find it during the break.
Carlisle. Oh, I can't believe I forgot his name. First name. Oh my goodness.
Uh-oh.
Unbelievable.
Breaking news. He forgot somebody's name.
What's
I wanted to play something else.
That's good, Guru. That works out great. What's our breaking news? I didn't know anything about.
No, that was it.
And then also we have Samsung and Apple. They're still trying to settle their long-lasting patent war.
According to this, they have settled this week. Finally, it's been going on for what, 20 years? No.
Yeah, it seems like.
Let's see. It's been going on since 2011, so 7 years.
From Mac Rumors.
This is my go-to Apple source. One of my many.
And this is really old because this is a patent going back to like the Apple iPhone 3GS and the Galaxy S i9000. I mean,
well, it's a 2011 lawsuit. You know, think of the smartphone technology.
Most
in
people have forgotten about these phones. I would say most people would. I'd venture to say that most people did not remember that there was a Galaxy S i9000. If you asked them, what was that?
Oh, I remember that. No, they probably don't. So, according to this Mac Rumors article, this is from yesterday, that Apple and Samsung have settled this ongoing legal battle. It's been going on for 7 years, like we said. According to court documents filed with Northern District Court of California this morning, which was yesterday morning. In the document, Apple and Samsung say they have agreed to drop and settle the remaining claims and counterclaims in the design patent legal battle that saw them back in court most recently in May of this year. The terms of settlement were not included in the court document, but Samsung had been ordered by a jury to pay Apple $539 million following the May damages retrial. So we don't know exactly what the deal was. It was not in that court document, but back in May when it was retried, Samsung was ordered to pay this. So could it be that? Could it be a little less? Well, no, but still, I mean, it's over.
I think what happened, Disney needed the money, and so they were going to borrow it from Apple, and they said, "Well, hold on, we need like $500 million because you're going to need, you're just buying $500 million. We'll get that from Samsung. Yeah. It's almost done. We'll get the $500 million.
So is it like me asking you, can I borrow $1?
Correct. Right.
Okay.
Probably 50 cents.
50 cents. Okay.
Oh my goodness! Seriously though, can you believe, man, that we're talking about a little over $500 million here? Okay,
with this, a lot of money.
It is, but we just got through talking about 73 billion or 71.3, whatever that.
I wonder where all this money's coming from because I don't have it. I do not have it.
Sure, the money's coming from all the consumers that buy all these products. And these companies make a profit. I mean, I can teach a class if you want me to right now on it, but that's how it works. And some of it's in other ways. But anyway, so Samsung and Apple, they decide that we'll just settle. I guess it's more of Samsung saying they're going to settle. And I guess Apple's just saying, we'll take what you're going to offer. So that's, I guess, maybe this will stop for all. But
I got something to add, but you go ahead first.
Go ahead, add.
Okay, so I'm sitting here thinking, how much are the lawyers making after all these years of lawsuits?
Oh, sure. Well, of course. I mean, that's what goes on. That's the way it works.
I wonder,
the way of the world.
I bet you 20% of that settlement money, that $530 billion, is probably has been expended on both sides by lawyers, at least, if not more.
Right.
I mean, it's just, man.
I am getting inundated with people are hounding me tonight. Okay. Oops.
Well, you need to turn your phone off.
I've just dropped it in the floor.
Okay, there you go.
I guess I'm not going to have it
next best
till
thing.
The next break. Well, anyway, This is interesting. We're talking about Samsung, so this was just tying into that. Did you know that Apple is got a second supplier for OLED screens, not just Samsung? So it's going to lessen its reliance on Samsung.
That's probably a good thing.
It's LG.
No, I mean, Samsung will take their money.
It's the South Korea LG display.
That's how they're paying for this lawsuit.
Correct, right. but no, this is going to be less money to Samsung.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, but historically.
Maybe they decided to settle because of things like this. But anyway, South Korea. Pardon
Where's
me.
South Korea?
South Korea.
Is that in space too?
Yeah, right.
Okay.
South Korea's LG display. They're going to initially supply apparently 2 million to 4 million units.
And these are OLED displays?
Mm-hmm. For the iPhone 10.
Okay. Yeah, it's got an OLED display.
Yeah. And they're hoping that this will allow them to negotiate better with Samsung on the price of the displays.
Okay.
Because there'll be a competitor making
they're not the
some
sole,
of them. Now,
they're not the sole supplier of that
they're
part.
right.
Gotcha. Yeah. It's a good business move. I mean, that's what you do. Try to lower the cost of your
so we'll see
of your components. Yeah. Make that iPhone 10 cost $800 instead of $1,000.
Right.
Yeah, right.
Well, I don't know about that. I wouldn't go there. I think it's still going to cost $1,000. I mean, I don't think it's going to drop.
Yeah, that'll be this market. That'll be the top of the line phone. Will be at minimum.
I think what'll happen
$1,000.
is that Apple's bottom line will just go down a little further, and their profit margin on the phone will just go up. I don't think.
Yeah, probably.
This is somebody's pipe dream if they think the consumer's going to see any cost difference in it. But maybe. I would be shocked.
Me too.
So you got that. And then along with that, then we have what's going on here in Wisconsin with Foxconn.
Yes, that happened today.
Yes. But that's been but
the groundbreaking was
happened today.
That's
it's
what
been
I meant.
Announced about a year ago.
And President Trump was there, and he was part of the groundbreaking for that factory.
Yep. And it was Jared Kushner that did most of the work in trying to get this factory here. His son-in-law, Jared Kushner, who's married to his
remind
daughter.
our listeners again what they're going to manufacture here.
Well, according to these articles, and I've got one from the Washington Examiner, and actually we have another one from CNBC. They're going to manufacture LCD displays initially.
Okay.
And this new Foxconn manufacturing plant is supposed to employ eventually 13,000 workers. So if it does that, according to the state of Wisconsin, that will be the single largest private sector employer in the state.
13,000 employees.
That's what it says.
Wow. That'd be awesome if that comes to fruition. And I mean, there's no reason to doubt them. It'll take some time to get to probably to that level of production, but think about 13,000 people working at one plant.
Yeah, they said that it's going to do flat screen liquid crystal displays. Let's see, it says it's going to be a 20 million square foot campus. It calls it, but it's a manufacturing.
That's probably
plant.
the land area too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They said that the LCD should be used in industry including medicine, security, and self-driving vehicles, as well as television sets, notebooks, and monitors.
What's anything that's got a screen in it? I mean,
oh yeah,
my car's got like 2 LCD screens in it. You know.
Yeah, I know your cool new car. Yeah. So anyway, there's that, and
I've got 2 LCD screens in front of me right now.
Well, that's a good point. Yeah, I mean, it would be great if they were.
Well, 3 if you count my phone.
That's right.
4 if you count my watch.
Oh, here we go. Yeah, I mean, the first liquid crystal display was outrageous and small. A long time ago. So anyway.
Well, the power company has arrived at my house.
Oh, there we go.
Thank you, Alabama Power.
It says that it's going to be a massive $10 billion factory. And, of course, some of this is going to be offset by some of the tax breaks that the state of Wisconsin were able to work out with Foxconn. So they're saying there's $4.5 billion in taxpayer subsidies.
$4.5 billion
in taxpayer subsidies
and that's typical for this type of thing.
To get these eventually what they claim is 13,000 jobs. So we'll see.
And that's pretty standard when they try to entice a company to come to your state or location.
Oh yeah,
is to give them some tax breaks. I mean, but think about it: all the people are gonna have a job.
Yeah, I mean, I think
then they come, a lot of them will move there or they'll commerce there. I mean, it's going to be a win in the end.
Exactly
for everybody.
Right,
Foxconn included.
That's right. Well, when we come back, we will move on to more of exciting news from the Hey Techies show tonight. So who knows? Hey Techies, be right back.
Don't go anywhere. There's more in the queue lined up just for you.
Are you ready to quit smoking but can't kick the habit? This is Acting State Health Officer Dr. Scott Harris. Research shows that smokers are most successful at quitting when they have support. So contact the Alabama Tobacco Quit line at quitnowalabama.com or by calling 1-800-QUIT-NOW. Information, referrals, and coaching are confidential, and you may be eligible to receive up to an 8-week supply of free nicotine replacement patches.
Do you need a job? Are you stuck in a job you don't really like? You want to make more money? If you answered yes to any of these questions, your local Alabama Career Center can help you. Call or visit your local Career Center today, where professionals will help you with your resume, let you practice interviewing, and give you the opportunity to train for a job. All of these services are available at no cost to you. Visit us today, www.joblink.alabama.gov. Sponsored by the Alabama Department of Labor, the Alabama Broadcasters Association, and this station.
I spend a lot of time in the garage, but even more time in the rain, sleet, and mud. In 95, I helped tow your moving trailer. In 05, I helped you get out of a ditch. Yeah, I know I'm a bit rusty, and sadly in 09, it was sparks from me, your handy chains, dragging behind your truck that accidentally started a wildfire.
Sparks from dragging chains.
Welcome back into the Hey Techie Show. So glad to have you back in with us. And the phone number is 256-782-5600 if you would like to be on the show. And hopefully my little eye will catch that. But as I promised, we have some phone news, and I thought I would take the time to sort of go over these. By the way, Motorola has revealed that they have announced some phones that they may be releasing on August 2nd. Now, it's been rumored for a while that Motorola has some new phones coming out, and one of them, they've been different leaks, and one of them is the Moto Z3. There was a leak just a few weeks ago, and another one is the One, called One Devices. Let's see, and then the Motorola One and the Power One. So we'll keep an eyeball on that, but that would be August 2nd event. And if, let's see, according to this article that from Phone Arena, the teaser itself fails to give any indication of which devices can be expected at the event, but the description of the video does state that big announcements will be taking place at Motorola's headquarters in Chicago. Let's see here. Last year, Moto Z2 Force made its official appearance in July. An August launch for the flagships, and Moto Z3, they're saying, probably seems quite possible. So we'll see about that. And also, Nokia is reportedly, they're working on the Snapdragon 845. There has been, and this is an Android Police article, there has been a, well, let's say, it's sort of a, I don't know, what do you actually call it? I'm not sure if you call it like a document is leaked, or they have dug in and found where there's actually an example of a fingerprint sensor, which would be under the actual screen. You know, that's been something that has been trying to be done for quite some time. They're hoping to be able to get one of those in the screen itself. Apple was just, there's a rumor that Apple was going to do it. Of course, now they have gone to mostly a facial recognition software. Let's see. According to Roland Condit of Wind Futures, the phone is referred to internally as any of the following names: the A1P, the AOP, the A1 Plus, or the A1 Plus Euro.
That's the one I want.
The A1 Plus Euro?
Sure.
But so we'll
I have
see.
no idea what you're talking about.
That's okay.
I'm sorry, I had to step out.
I know. We'll see if the next Nokia, has an actual fingerprint reader in the actual display, and that's one of the possibilities. So,
well, the question is, will the next iPhone will they completely remove Touch ID?
Yeah, I don't know.
That's going to really upset me if they do.
And then,
just saying. And
then there's this. I've got several of these I've put together. Then there's this, the foldable Surface phone. There has been discussion after discussion after discussion, and rumor after rumor after rumor, and everybody says, oh, look at this rumor. Oh, look at this there. But now a company, and this is from Phone Arena too. I've got this Phone Arena thing going on here, phonearena.com.
Phone Arena.
This is from Alan Freeman at Phone Arena, and apparently based on an API, they writes, found in the diff of the Windows build 17704, it appears that the foldable Surface phone will feature hinges that allow the device to rotate 360 degrees. Now, normally I would have covered this.
I can rotate this 360 degrees.
I know. I don't know.
What else is new?
Yeah, I know. I think it's talking about that the hinge will allow the device, it's a hinged device, so the other screen will fold.
Like a Rubik's Cube.
Something, I don't know. Yeah, it may be a Rubik's Cube, yeah.
Rubik's phone.
Yeah, it says that apparently there'll be 5 different preset.
You have to get the colors lined up to answer it.
Yeah, right. That's it, yeah. Who knows? Now the thing that would be interesting to me, reportedly, that if this device is legit, the device will be powered by the new Snapdragon 1000 chip.
Ooh, the 1000.
Yes.
Snapdragon 1000.
Yeah, so we'll...
that sounded pretty cool.
That did. Snapdragon 1000. Sunday.
Sunday.
The Snapdragon 1000. So, let's see. I had some more. That was Nokia did that news. I'm trying to sign on. Motorola did that news. Oh, let's see. I don't know if anybody cares about this. I'll throw this in right now.
Well, I've got Go ahead.
I
got something I want to look in this
the
with.
Go 90 Verizon video streaming service. They're shutting it down. I don't know if you ever used it, but
I do. I'm so upset, Verizon.
You are?
No, I'm just kidding.
You're using it all
I had
the time.
I had no idea it existed.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was wondering. They claim that
Go
90. It's
Go 90.
It's supposed to be a free video streaming service. They claim they had an average of 17 million unique viewers per month.
17 million unique
viewers per month.
Sure.
And it was supposed to.
But they're going to shut it down.
Yeah. Oh, it's all right. It's being shut down now. They're even letting go some of the employees.
Oh, I hate that for those folks.
Like 155 employees working on the G9 Go 90 in 2017. They had laid them off. So I mean, some of this has been happening like a year ago or more, and now they're finally saying, we're just going to shut it down." So what do you got?
Oh, yes.
What did you want to book in?
Yeah, I wanted to book in with this. I thought this would be a good place to talk about phones. So, last week, if you listened to the show, and if you didn't, go back and listen to our podcast. You can get podcasts of this show. You can listen to while you drive to work and work out and maybe have you go to sleep. I don't know. Anyway, we talked about a rumor. I guess you call it a rumor, but basically there was rumors around the iPhone X that they were going to remove all ports, including the Lightning connector. So it'd be like total wireless charging. The only way you could use headphones with it would be wireless Bluetooth. And I told people on the show, if you listen to that's a bad idea. People want their wired headphones at times. And I know there's Bluetooth headphones and there's the Apple EarPods and all that fancy stuff, but sometimes nothing beats a good old wired set of headphones.
Right.
So I saw this week, and I said, we're going to have to bring this up on the show.
Okay.
So, when you buy an iPhone that has no headphone jack, it has the Lightning connector, which is the 7s and the 8s and the 10. They give you an adapter to where you can plug in traditional 3.5 millimeter headphones into the Lightning connector. And you can buy this as a separate accessory, because, I've got an extra one, just to have an extra one so you don't, 'cause if you lose it, then you're stuck. And these sell for like $9 US. So apparently, since shortly after this came out, this accessory, when the iPhone 7 came out, it has become one of the top selling products at Best Buy. So let me find this in here. So there's some stuff in the Mac Rumors article about it, but where according to Best Buy, where nearly 2 years later, it still remains a top seller. In fact, the adapter is Best Buy's second best-selling Apple product in terms of unit sales, behind only AirPods.
Well,
according to Joshua, I can't pronounce his last name, publisher of the data-driven site ThinkNum. It's got a chart showing the sales of it, and in fact, since the adapter was released a few years ago, its sales ranking among all products sold by Best Buy has generally increased too. He's got that kind of listed here. Interesting. So that just puts the case for you need a way to plug in a wired set of headphones into a mobile device. Regardless of, you remove the headphone jack, and I'm already over that. Like, I moved on.
Well, you're gonna have to.
Well, yeah.
What phone are you gonna own? In the future,
Apple, you're listening. Do not remove an ability. You got to have an ability to plug in headphones into a device.
Even if they were listening, you're wasting your time, my friend.
I'm still gonna say it. You laugh and say a little chuckling and whatever, but this just shows that why would people buy these adapters?
I'm just
it's
telling
like
you.
to waste $10 at a pop. Heck, I can go buy a couple cases of water, bottled water for that.
Yeah, I don't know.
I can get a nice meal at a fast food restaurant for $9 and probably have change left over. I think my lunch today was less than $9. But anyway,
so they're still selling audio dongles.
Well, and they're the number 2 best-selling accessory at Best Buy or Apple accessory behind the AirPods. In terms of overall sales, let's see, make sure I read this right. Yeah, sales ranking among all products sold at Best Buy on June 15th of 2018, 19th best-selling product at Best Buy out of all products.
Okay.
What about that? How about those apples?
How about them?
Literally.
Literally, yeah.
Yeah.
How about those apples? Literally.
That's why I wanted to book in that little phone segment with. I thought that was quite a good place to put that. If I do say so myself. Do say yourself.
Speaking of all...
Can't speak, though, but I can say so.
Speaking of phones, and I've got something... We got just about 90 seconds here. The side effect of RAM chips can be exploited to gain access to your personal information on your Android phone, according to another Phone Arena article. It says here, an attack on Android phones that can change what is stored in the random access memory, RAM. So basically this is that Rampage thing that they're using Rowhammer bug to basically try to leak out the RAM. The RAM is leaking, and they're trying to access it through the leaking RAM from one section of RAM to the other.
Plug the leak.
Yeah. Well, they said it's going to be difficult to fix, actually. It's
Oh,
going
really?
to be more, it's going to be more difficult than you think to fix. And right now it looks like
Get some duct tape. I mean, fixes anything else.
It's basically it looks like it's basically an Android issue, but it could be iOS depending on because of the different RAM that it's affecting. So anyway, we'll see. I don't know. It's but like I said, we have
bugs and leaks and defects.
Yeah,
and,
we'll have this in the show notes
and lack of ports on devices. My goodness, what do we get ourselves
What are we
into?
coming to with this phone stuff? I just don't know. Well, the Hey Techie Show is coming up on our
dose,
and hopefully we'll have a news break coming at the top of the hour.
We're about to find out.
We're about to find out. It may be some dead air. Hey Techie Show. Be right back.
You've listened this long, so stick around for our dose.
Live from NPR News in Washington, I'm Jack Spear. Police say the shooting at a Maryland newspaper today that left 5 people dead and 2 others wounded was a targeted attack on the Capital Gazette. Bill Crumpf is acting police chief for Anne Arundel County and says the suspected gunman had apparently threatened the paper prior to the attack.
The threats were sent over social media. We're trying to confirm what account that was, and we're trying to confirm who actually sent them.
Police say the man whose identity has not yet been released stormed the newspaper building armed with a shotgun and carrying smoke grenades. Police say he's a Maryland resident in his late 30s. Still not clear as what prompted the attack against the newspaper, one of the oldest located in the state capital of Annapolis. He was taken into custody by police shortly after the shootings. Department of Homeland Security is asking the Department of Defense to find space for up to 12,000 beds at military bases to detain families caught crossing the border illegally. As NPR's Joel Rose explains, the request has now been formalized.
The Defense Department says it's been asked to identify existing facilities or look for land on military bases to construct, quote, semi-separate, soft-sided camp facilities, unquote, capable of sheltering up to 12,000 people across 3 locations. A U.S. official tells NPR that a camp for migrant families would be housed at the Fort Bliss Army Base in El Paso, Texas. A federal judge in California has ordered the Trump administration to reunify families that were separated at the border within 30 days or less for younger children. The ACLU, which brought that lawsuit, says it would be cruel to reunify those families only to detain them in, quote, tent cities. Joel Rose, NPR News.
President Trump helped to break ground today in Wisconsin for a large factory being built by the Taiwan-based electronics manufacturer Foxconn. But as Chuck Kernbach of Wisconsin Public Radio reports, the president again turned his focus to Milwaukee-based Harley-Davidson.
Trump, House Speaker Paul Ryan, and Wisconsin Governor Scott Walker took credit last summer for convincing Foxconn to build a huge factory just south of Milwaukee. State and local incentive packages that could top $4 billion followed. But instead of Foxconn, University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee political scientist Mordecai Lee says many are thinking about Trump's ongoing blasting of Harley-Davidson for plans to move some motorcycle production jobs overseas.
It's really hard to imagine a more awkward moment for the president.
Wisconsin Democrats say Trump shouldn't have criticized Harley, and they're calling the Foxconn project a boondoggle. For NPR News, I'm Chuck Quirmbach in Milwaukee.
U.S. economic growth was apparently not as strong as some initial estimates, casting doubt on how quickly the economy is growing this year. However, even at 0.2% downward revision, the economy was still growing at a 2% annual rate during the first 3 months of the year. On Wall Street today, stocks gained ground. The Dow was up 98 points to 24,216. The Nasdaq rose 58 points. This is NPR.
Technologic.
Break it, fix it, crash it, change it, melt, upgrade it, charge it, point it, zoom it, press it, snap it, work it, quick erase it, write it, cut it, paste it, save it, load it, check it, quick rewrite it, plug it, play it, burn it, rip it, drag it, drop it, zip unzip it, lock it, fill it.
Well, so the flat folks have run amok again. Those poor flat people, I tell you. No, I'm not talking about people that are physically flat.
No, we got some breaking news at the
We
top of
do.
the hour. See, if you take too long going to get you a beverage
Correct.
or
You miss
whatever,
you
miss stuff like this.
Welcome
So,
back to the Hey Techie Show, breaking news.
Our dose.
Our
We've
dose.
said
Yeah, you know the drill. You know the phone.
So, according to flat earthers, they're claiming that Australia doesn't exist, and people who live there are actors paid by NASA. I saw that headline. I was like, we was during NPR, and I was like, Michael, listen to this. I ain't read the article, like the headline, like, really? Anyway, that was breaking news. So thank you to my friend Brett.
Well, no, wait a minute. I want to know more about this.
Oh, you want me to?
Yes,
Okay.
You can't leave it hanging. I mean, you can't leave it welcome back to the Hey Techie Show hanging like that. We've got to.
There's a growing number of people who think, this article from the spaceacademy.org, there's a growing number of people who seem to think that the world is, in fact, flat.
Of course it is.
But it gets
everybody knows.
But it gets better. They also insist that Australia is actually just one big hoax. According to a viral Facebook rant, the entire country and presumably the 24 million people that live there are completely fake.
Oh, man. Awesome.
So, yeah.
So I wonder what happens if you fly there. Where are you flying to? Like if you go to Australia, since that doesn't
like an
exist.
alternate reality, maybe?
Yeah,
I don't
where do
know.
you go?
Black hole, parallel dimension. I mean, I don't know.
I'm just trying to figure out how you would. I know there's no reasoning with these people. I get that.
Of course.
I mean, you're already wrong. The Earth obviously is not flat, but that's irrelevant. All you have to do is fly in an airplane, or all you really have to do is go out to the Gulf and look at the horizon, and the Earth's not flat. It's not hard to figure out.
I know.
I mean, you can look
try to tell them that.
No, you can't tell them anything. I mean, clearly, if they believe this, there's no way to tell them anything. I mean, people have tried, clearly. Wow.
Yeah.
Breaking the Earth is flat and Australia does not exist. And those people who claim to be in Australia are just really actors giving us all
paid by NASA. Don't forget that.
That's right. They're paid by NASA actors, giving all the rest of the planet the number one. They're telling all of us we're number one.
That's right.
I mean, that's pretty much the gist of it.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, they're lying to all of us.
Yes. So, welcome back to Hey Techies.
Yeah, that's right.
Our dose.
Yeah.
Not a typical way we bring back.
Oh,
so
yeah.
We'll mix it up a little bit. Not Bruce is not here to keep us in check.
No, please. Whatever. Like he keeps it.
He does.
Shit.
No telling what'll happen tonight. No, I'm just kidding. We miss you, Bruce. Where you at, Bruce?
Well, speaking of news about that, we've covered a lot of news tonight about actually companies having to pay out things, companies buying things.
Yeah.
AT&T.
Oh, yeah.
They've had to pony up millions for two major 911 outages last year.
Oh,
yeah,
that's a big deal there.
The FCC, they settled a litigation with AT&T.
Yeah.
Get this. I think they also went over to ABC and asked for some money, just some pocket change. I'm not even sure if this is pocket change. They might have gotten this out of Iger's gumball machine. Yeah, $5.25 million fine for AT&T.
That's still pretty significant. But yeah, that's
come on,
that was like a coin on the floor in his house.
Yeah,
Iger's house.
Yeah, Iger. I mean, they went over to his house.
Can I borrow that nickel for a minute?
Hey, I see it.
I'll pay you back.
I see $5.25 million sitting there. We'll give it back later.
Wow.
We're just gonna. We need it for.
That was two separate.
We got to pay the FCC.
That was two separate 911 outages, correct?
Yes, apparently so. Let's see. I'm trying to get this. Let's dig into this article here, Guru. Let's see. March 18th and May 1st of 2017 lasted about 5 hours and 47 minutes, both of them.
So 10 hour, 10, 11.
Well, wait a minute. Lasted about 5 hours and 47 minutes.
A little over 11 hours total. So a little over 11 hours total for both of them.
Unless it's saying it lasted total about 5 hours and 47 minutes total. I don't.
Well, let's just say for purposes, it says. Now say that again.
Let's see. The two AT&T 911 outages investigated by the FCC, which occurred on March 8th and March 1st of 2017, lasted about 5 hours and 47 minutes, respectively.
5 hours and 47 minutes. So two separate outages, but a total of 5 hours, 47 minutes.
I'm guessing.
So, let's see. I'm doing some math here on the air. Public math. I'm not good at public math. So that was a total of 5 hours and 47 minutes, respectively.
That's what it says.
So that's 347 minutes. So if you divide that, or multiply, by 60, that's 20,000 seconds. Okay. So how much was the fine?
$5.25 million.
$5.25 million.
Millions.
For how many seconds did I say? I forgot.
Did you say 20,000?
Yeah, it was rough. It was 20,000 some change. We'll say 20,000 for purpose of this calculation. That's $262 a second.
Wow.
If I did my math right. And that's public math. I did use my calculator, but
it affected 12,600 users.
Oh wow.
During the March outage, and 2,600 failed 911 calls.
Oh,
during the May outage.
See, oh gosh, because we're so reliant on these devices. I mean, how many people do you know that still have a landline in their house? I have trouble.
I know less people that do.
I know of one person. It's my grandparents. That's the only one I can think of.
Yeah. So anyway.
all my family, my immediate family, my siblings, and parent and stuff. Don't have it, but
so anyway,
but yeah, they just went to Bob Iger's house, said, "Hey, you got a can I borrow a quarter?"
Yes,
sure. Yeah. Here you go. Thanks. Here, FCC. Here's my $5 million. They could find more of those. We could solve the national debt problem.
Nah, it's gonna need more than that. We're talking trillions.
I know.
20 or so. Yeah. You got to send me that link when you get time, Guru.
I did.
You put it in the notes?
Yeah, it's in the.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's in the D block notes.
Okay, I missed it.
Yeah, it's in there. I got something here. This is kind of related because that was AT&T, right?
Absolutely.
So this is how they're going to pay that. This is how they're going to pay Iger back.
Okay.
So this was shared on Twitter by our friend Micah, our main man Micah.
Okay. Yeah.
So AT&T more than doubles the administrative fee on postpaid phones, tablets, and smartwatches. This charge started at 61 cents per line back in 2013 and has stayed largely the same over the past several years. This is an article from Apple Insider. It only increased 15 cents in the last several years, until it had a steep hike in April, when some eagle-eyed consumers noticed the admin fee jump to $1.26 before once again increasing to $1.99 in June. So it started at 61 cents in 2013, and now by the end of June it's $2, which a lot of that was here recently. So the fee not only impacts monthly cell phone subscribers, but those using cellular service on watches and tablets as well. This is a per-line charge per month.
Wow.
This includes users of the new Apple Watch Series 3 with LTE that debuted last fall, but prepaid cell phones do not incur these new charges, according to AT&T.
Oh, according to them, huh?
When AT&T introduced this controversial fee, they said the funds would help, quote, defray certain expenses AT&T incurs, including but not limited to charges AT&T or its agents pay to interconnect with other carriers to deliver calls from AT&T customers to their customers and charges associated with cell site rents and maintenance, end quote. And to also pay FCC fines. That solved it, Micah, right there.
Oh, there you go.
No, I don't know. I just made that part up. But yeah, so I mean, yeah, it's in terms of dollars and cents, it's not much, but in terms of percent, it is significant. And according to this, there's a kind of a subtitle here. It says AT&T could add some $970 million to its annual revenue by increasing from 76 cents to nearly $2 administrative fee. Additional $970 million in revenue.
Yeah. Well,
and they already don't get enough money from us for all these, data and blah, 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 blah. Anyway, so there you go. They can easily get that back and give Iger, because he'll be asking for his quarterback. Where's my quarter? You borrowed it last week. Oh, sorry. Here you go. Oh, me.
Sorry, I'm trying to do some other things.
You're fine. You're fine.
Other things here.
You should have told me. I would have tried.
No, we're good. We're good. Listen.
Okay.
Listen. Here we go. Real quickly here, right before we cut to this little break here that we need to take. I wanted to add something to the phone deal. OnePlus, according to this Trusted Reviews article, it commits Android updates to. They're going to commit to 2 years of software updates from the date of the release and offering 3 years of security updates for their phones.
2 years of software and 3 years of security.
Yes.
Okay.
So 5 total.
Oh, 5
total.
Not concurrent years.
Oh, I don't.
Is it concurrent?
Wait a minute. That is a good question. I don't see that. That's a good point.
Well, it could be two. It could be.
It'll be 2 years of regular software updates from the date of the release.
Okay. And an additional 3 years beyond that?
That's what I'm trying to. Android security patches.
That's 5 years.
Yeah,
I can do that.
I would
in my
think.
head.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
we sure can. I do not see a distinction. So I don't know if this is 3 years from the start, so it's a total 3 years of or is it 2 years and then 3 years?
This isn't an Apple product, so it's highly doubtful they'll support it for 5 years total. I know somebody may not like me saying that, but that's life expectancy of Android devices is a lot lower than Apple.
The policy will include all new compatible feature developed by OnePlus. So for the Oxygen OS and OnePlus 5, I don't see anymore. I don't see anymore. So we'll see. I don't know. I don't. I don't own I've never owned a OnePlus. I don't know if I know anybody that has.
I can't think of anybody offhand.
But I mean, it's not like I know everybody. So.
You should know everybody.
No.
Why not?
No. So anyway, when the Hey Techies show returns from this little break,
yes,
we'll move right along. Hey Techies show.
No representation is made that the opinions of hosts here are better than those of the average tech show, but we think so.
Do you need a job? Are you stuck in a job you don't really like? Do you want to make more money? If you answered yes to any of these questions, your local Alabama Career Center can help you. Call or visit your local Career Center today, where professionals will help you with your resume, let you practice interviewing, and give you the opportunity to train for a job. All of these services are available at no cost to you. Visit us today, www.joblink.alabama.gov. Sponsored by the Alabama Department of Labor, the Alabama Broadcasters Association, and this station.
I spend a lot of time in the backyard, and I'm the center of attention at summer barbecues. In '96, I made some of the tastiest s'mores you've ever had. In '01, we stayed up all night telling ghost stories with the neighbors. Yeah, I know I've got a bit of wear and tear. And sadly, in '09, it was me, your backyard fire pit, that accidentally started a wildfire. When a summer breeze carried one of my embers into some dry brush.
Sparks from an improperly extinguished fire pit can start a wildfire. Spark a change, not a wildfire. Visit SmokeyBear.com. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Are you ready to quit smoking but can't kick the habit? This is Acting State Health Officer Dr. Scott Harris. Research shows that smokers are most successful at quitting when they have support. So contact the Alabama Tobacco Quit line at quitnowalabama.com or by calling 1-800-QUIT-NOW. Information, referrals, and coaching are confidential, and you may be eligible to receive up to an 8-week supply of free nicotine replacement patches.
Tweens have mastered the art of tuning out. Jen, there's a spider in the car. We're turning your room into a home gym. See? Nothing. But some messages need to get through, like making sure they're buckled up the whole ride, every time. Do whatever it takes to make your child listen. Jen, I friended your boyfriend.
Wait, what?
Buckle up, sweetie.
Never give up until they buckle up. Learn more at safercar.gov/kidsbuckleup. A message from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
They say timing is everything. So, starting right here.
Welcome back to the Hey Techie Show. Our dose continuing, and we appreciate everybody who's able to listen. Thank you so much for being a part.
Yes, thank you so
much.
much.
And if you want to be on 256-782
5600,
don't forget, we'll be glad to get you on. But right now, we have Rumors segment coming right at you.
All right, so we've kind of already did one rumor so far with that Surface device.
It fit with the phone.
Yeah,
stuff.
it did. So here's another one. Apple rumor points to a TV, music, and news subscription bundle. Just 3 months ago, Apple purchased a company described as the Netflix of magazine plans. I think it was called Texture. I can't remember. Anyway, but now the news source, the information reports that it may have bigger ambitions. A plan it's considering, according to sources, is to integrate Texture. That's what it was. Texture's digital magazine plan with its own Apple News app, and then feature them in a future offer of a bundle that includes news, video content, and Apple Music. While all these items would be available separately, it would offer an interesting package to cord cutters willing to get their media from the same company that makes their phones, laptops, speakers, and streaming boxes.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you think about that?
Well,
you're speechless.
Well, I think they're already doing this to some point. I just don't know how this is going to. What would be the big difference other than bundled?
It's like when you go to the cable company, you bundle and save money.
Well, they one thing they talked about was something about no more having to sign on with your different accounts in the new Apple TV version.
Oh, something called single sign-on?
Well, no, it was not even that. Some other thing they come up with.
Oh.
And I didn't quite really explain it all that well. I mean, they didn't. They sort of alluded to. So I don't know if it's maybe this is a part of that. Maybe this is something they're looking at.
Yeah.
They were sounding like they were bundling. I want to say it this way. It sounded like to me that they were bundling everything away for you to tie, and I could be wrong, tie everything to your Apple ID. Like if you have a subscription here or subscription there, or I'm not sure. I mean, that's what it sounded like to me. That way,
it's like when you go to your fast food restaurant. We'd like the combo. Well, yes.
Well, that's
you don't want just a burger.
I mean,
you got to have the fries and the drink. Anyway,
I think. Well, wait a minute. No, let's. The thing here, though. That's be interesting. How are they going? Because if they're going to do this, surely things like Hulu and Netflix would have to be separate. I mean, they're competitors. I don't.
Well, you wouldn't. It'd be Apple's streaming video service that's been rumored for years. It'd be that one you'd bundle it. They wouldn't sell you Netflix.
Well, no, I'm not meaning that. I'm just saying, how would they bundle all of that to get it? I don't know.
Would be a thing if you bought all. You could buy them separate, like the article said. But if you buy them bundled, it's cheaper than buying them separate. It's like when you go to the store and get the grocery store, the fast food restaurant. You get the
I get
like a combo.
I understand
yes.
the whole thing. I'm just thinking of their Apple TV. How that would all how would that affect other things?
Well, I mean, they've opened up their Apple TV platform to third-party developers.
That is true. Yeah. So interesting.
Yeah.
All right.
That's a whole nother. We can make up some rumors on that one. So I thought I saw this one and I thought of you.
Oh, yes.
So
yes.
Apple engineer and YouTuber Mark Rober working on an anti-motion sickness VR technology for use in autonomous vehicles.
It'll never happen. Not for me. I'm going to get sick no matter what. Right in the front seat, old man.
So this YouTuber Mark Rober, who is known for his science-related videos, I guess he's on YouTube, obviously, but I've never watched his videos. I need to go look him up. But anyway, apparently he's very popular. His videos rack up millions of views. Anyway, he's a report from Variety states that Rober has been working on Apple's virtual reality projects, including using VR on-board entertainment for self-driving cars.
Oh my goodness! Yeah, that's what we need.
So, to explain things further, Rober may be while you'll be working on. Variety points to a pair of Apple patent applications that cover an quote immersive visual display end quote and a quote augmented virtual display end quote, which were filed in 2016 and describe virtual reality systems that could be used by passengers in self-driving cars. The patent lists Mark Rober as the primary inventor. Both the patents describe a VR headset that would help alleviate in-car motion sickness in autonomous vehicles, with one suggesting replacing the view of the real world with virtual environments that include visual cues that match physical motions the passenger is experiencing, and the other describing virtual content that appears as a fixed object in the external environment.
Oh, yeah. If you didn't already have enough ads as you drive along the road, they're going to virtually AR.
They didn't say that.
Well, what else would they be talking about? Oh, you can buy this at this store. Hey, look right here. Stop here. Right here is your iPhone.
Such a negative Nelly.
No, I'm not.
Michael.
No, it's not negative. I just think that's what's going to happen. I mean, how many billboards will be virtually on this as you drive along? You ever raced in one of those older pole position, the racing game?
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, they had billboards off to the side in the game. Sometimes if you went around, some of those roads.
It was like fake.
No, I know, but I know it was. Well, this could be fake. I'm just going on.
But I thought of you when I said
yes, if I might not get sick, right? right. They
Yeah,
may work.
it's not so they can use a test case.
Yeah,
test study. Test
yeah, it would
subject.
be a good test study, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Or that would be a test dummy, right?
No,
No?
I did not test subject. I didn't say that. You said it.
Well, wouldn't if you're dealing with cars, isn't it a test dummy? I think it's mostly known as
That's for crash tests.
Well, you know.
No, this is not a crash test.
Well, it might be if I put those VR glasses on. It might be a crash test. They better include a barf bag.
Well, we can
in the test.
Yeah, they'll have one ready. They'll be prepared.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was my rumor segment. That's all I have two tonight. Sorry.
Awesome.
We can make up one.
I'm sure I can make up a lot. Like Bruce always says, we can make up a rumor. I'll make up a rumor. Bruce is coming back at some point. That's a rumor. There you go. Bruce will be back to the Hey Techie show at some point. Rumor. It's a very, 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 very big rumor. Breaking Hey Techies news.
Yeah, breaking rumor.
Yes.
Breaking rumor news.
Okay, so SpaceX will be launching supposedly a rocket tomorrow. What's the prediction on that? Does it look like that they're probably going to do that?
I saw earlier there was a 90% chance of favorable weather.
90% chance of favorable weather.
Yeah, they're going to be launching mission CRS-15, which that is the crew resupply. The 15th crew resupply mission to the International Space Station. So they're going to be sending up their Dragon capsule full of supplies to the ISS, launching here local time, 4:41 a.m. Central Daylight Time, be 5:41 Eastern Daylight Time from Cape Canaveral Air Force Station.
But the thing is, they're going to be launching their last Block 4 version of the Falcon 9. So
that is the story.
So
yes.
they've been recovering this rocket. And this rocket actually has only been launched one other time. It's back in April it was launched.
Yeah, and the blocks are like versions.
We're correct, right.
So they've had Block 1, Block 2, Block 3, Block 4, and the latest is Block 5, which is, according to reports, Block 5 is the last major revision to the Falcon 9.
According to this this article I have here, that from Ars Technica, the Block 5 is a variant that they're hoping to be able to launch 10 times.
Yeah, and extremely rapid reusability.
Right.
They've kept on refining the design over time, thus the different blocks or major versions. And
so the SpaceX flight tomorrow, that rocket will be sent back down to the Earth into the ocean. They're not. It's
not scheduled to be recovered,
right.
So we won't get that fantastic landing on the drone ship or the landing on the the landing zone.
Yes.
But if you want to see a landing in 2 weeks, they're doing another mission.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, 2 weeks and 6 days, July the 19th, and that one is scheduled to be recovered.
I assume that's going to be using the Block 5 then.
Yes, it will be using Falcon 9 Block 5 booster 1047.1, according to my source here.
There you go. You're highly.
There's an app for that.
There's an app for that.
What's called SpaceX Now.
There we go.
It's not so secret. I mean, it's on the App Store.
It's not secret at all, right?
Yeah, it's a good little app.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know if I'll be up at 4:41 a.m. Probably not. I had an early start this morning. And
I was fixing to say, I got a text from you that I noticed that was pretty early. I looked at that text when it came through. I was like, good grief.
Yeah, I was up early, yes.
Wow.
Yeah. I had a restful night. I mean, I didn't.
Well,
I felt rested. I still feel good.
Oh, that's good.
I was concerned though. I was like, oh, can I make it all day? We got the SpaceX. Yeah, they're going to fly their last Block 4 tomorrow, or in the morning. Yeah, so there you go. I did drink my coffee out of my SpaceX coffee mug this morning in honor of SpaceX. Yeah, I don't know if I told you I got a SpaceX coffee.
Yeah, I do know that.
I bought that when I was at Kennedy Space Center. They had some SpaceX merchandise. I was like, oh, there's a coffee mug. I think I'll buy one of those.
Right. Yeah.
Here's another SpaceX.
By all means.
That's while we're here.
Yes.
So we covered this last week that SpaceX was awarded a contract, and this is part of that's covered in this article partly, but they're also the U.S. Air Force has certified the Falcon Heavy rocket as well. So, the Falcon Heavy's only been launched one time. It was that maiden flight where they launched, Elon's Roadster into a solar orbit around the sun. So they this is going into some more details. It's kind of a follow-up. So the Air Force has announced the launch contract for the classified AFS PC-52 mission on June 21st after competition between SpaceX and United Launch Alliance. It's scheduled to lift off from Pad 39A at Kennedy Space Center in Florida before the end of September 2020, according to the Air Force.
Okay.
The Air Force said in a statement that a $130 million contract with SpaceX provides the military with a, quote, total launch solution, end quote, for the AFS SPC-52 mission. Sounds very, very scientific or official government military acronym.
Right.
It probably stands for something. But anyway,
it probably stands. You think
it includes, but that $130 million includes the production of the Falcon Heavy launch vehicle, mission integration, and launch operations. But 2020, so we'll have to wait a while before we'll see that. September 2020.
Was that in our show notes? Did I miss that?
What?
That article you just went over. That was in our show.
It is.
Oh, I see it.
It
now.
is. It is.
That's right.
So we mentioned this last week. We didn't have a lot of details. This goes into more detail, but with this kind of gives you some more information. I think I shared some of this last week. Because I used my SpaceX app. The second launch of Falcon Heavy is scheduled for November of this year from Kennedy Space Center, carrying numerous satellites into different orbits for the U.S. military, NASA, and research institutions. The third Falcon Heavy mission is set for early 2019. We'll launch the Lockheed Martin-built Arabsat 6A commercial communication satellites for Saudi Arabia's Arabsat.
Okay.
And this is scheduled to be the fourth Falcon Heavy mission. So there you go.
Wow.
There's more in here.
There's our SpaceX update.
Yeah, SpaceX update. We need some theme music for that.
Yeah. Sure.
So if you're an early riser tomorrow, if you've never watched a SpaceX launch, I highly encourage you to. And this is how you do it. You don't have to be in Florida. It would be cool to be down there, though. I've always wanted to watch a launch, whether it's SpaceX or otherwise. But SpaceX live streams these.
Yeah, that's correct. You can watch them. Yeah.
You just go to SpaceX.com. There's usually a link on the homepage. They have a YouTube channel, so if you subscribe to that, you can get notified, blah, 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 blah. But, yeah, they live stream on YouTube. And here's what's cool. What they've been doing recently.
What's cool?
They have, like, two they've got it set up in YouTube live as, like, camera angles. But what it is one is the actual hosted broadcast with the, they have somebody that's actually a SpaceX employee that's the commentator for this broadcast. It's not a professional actor. So I think that's cool. It's different people. They usually rotate through a set of people. But you can change camera angles, and what it gives you is the countdown net.
Yeah, okay.
And it has for the video, it has some sort of depiction of the rocket coming off the Earth and where it's at in orbit, during the mission. But the audio is just the countdown net where the mission controllers are communicating. So it's interesting.
Yeah. And
you can pull both up in two different tabs and kind of have both playing, and kind of can listen to the countdown net and still have the commentators. I think that's cool. I kind of geek out on that some. So
really,
yeah.
You
are you surprised?
Yeah,
no. Yeah, I do.
I'm surprised you don't have a SpaceX shirt on tonight.
I do have one out in the car.
There we go.
Well, if it was going to be blazing hot like it was last week in the studio, I was going to put on shorts and a T-shirt, and I did have a SpaceX T-shirt.
There you go.
Yeah. When I went to NASA Kennedy Space Center, I wore a SpaceX T-shirt, and on multiple occasions I got asked, "Do you work for SpaceX?" I said, "I wish." I said, "I'm just a fan."
Yeah, well, there's nothing wrong with that.
Well, but our tour guide thought that was cool that I had a SpaceX shirt on. The folks down there at KSC are very excited to have SpaceX down there.
Well, I'm sure everybody knows, and if you don't know, there's been an ongoing worldwide organizations, I would say, but really countries passing different privacy laws based on the online privacy law. And according to the fastcompany.com, California, I think it's today, just passed, according to the headline, country's toughest online privacy law. This law is AB 375, and according to the article, it has been added to rooted in the right of privacy added to the California Constitution in 1972. In essence, it provides all California residents the right to know what data is being collected on them, for what purpose, and with whom is it being shared. The legislation further requires companies that collect this data to delete all of it upon request.
All data?
That's what it says.
Wow.
The AB 375, for its origins in the state assembly, the new law called the California Consumer Privacy Act goes into effect January 2020.
Okay, so we still got a little bit of time.
Yeah, they're trying to leave time for haggling over specifics according to the article.
Yeah, there's a lot of...
And...
Yeah, I mean... Go ahead.
Apparently, let's see. So I had it right here. Let's see. In addition, the AB 375, I'm going to say ABC, AB 375 would prevent companies from charging more to or otherwise discriminating against consumers who ask to have their data deleted. But there's a parenthesis there. Although companies can pay people extra for data, according to the article, the big caveat to the last provision is this: except in the difference is reasonably related to the value provided by the consumer's data.
Say that again.
It says, except if the difference is reasonably related to the value provided by the consumer's data.
That leaves a whole lot of interpretation in my
That's
opinion.
what I said. Many online products are free in that users pay with their data. See, that's what he's saying. And
i.e. Google, you are the product.
And Silicon Valley companies wanted to preserve their right to deny or restrict those services for people who don't share.
That's little kickback to the back home folks like Google.
Sounds like.
Yeah, it does to me too. I mean, I may be wrong there, but it appears that way.
It also allows consumers to sue companies over breaches for an amount between $100 and $750, or for monetary damages, whichever amount is greater.
Man. Well, again, it goes back to the whole thing. I'm thinking about, again, you're the product and all that with these free services. They're free in the fact you don't pay for them, but you're paying for them with the data they're collecting about you.
Well, apparently this has been spurred on by what was a ballot initiative initially. It says the California Consumer Privacy Act. It would have enshrined online privacy protections in the state constitution with the ballot initiative. Supporters agreed to pull the initiative if the legislation passed. And June 28th was the deadline on the ballot initiative. So apparently they made the deadline according. Now, of course, it's going to go in effect 2020.
So it is going in effect.
According to this. Yeah.
You said a ballot initiative, like...
Well, no. There was going to be a ballot. See, there.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
I misunderstood
no,
you.
I probably said it wrong. There was going to be a ballot initiative if this didn't get done by June 28th.
Gotcha.
The people that wanted this were going to try to force a ballot initiative to have it done.
To take it to the people. Gotcha.
But look, here's the thing.
What's the thing?
Oh, let's see. How would I put this? This is challengeable in court.
Oh, anything's challengeable in
well,
court.
I know,
but look what's happened in Supreme Court this last week.
I know. But my point is that even though this might go into some kind of effect, I think that this is, I know Bruce would hear, this is great, it's excellent, you delete your data. I'm not necessarily against that, but I'm coming from a different perspective, I think. My point is that this has probably got a lot more challenges that we can possibly imagine right now, given that we're pushing it out to 2020 to actually go in effect. I think we're going to see things down the road, and then as you got Kennedy retired, depending on what happens with the next Supreme Court nominee and how all that works out.
Yes.
Who knows the next many years of actual court decisions up that far, because the court will likely look different in the next many years, very possibly.
Yeah, exactly.
And so 2020 is the new election cycle. So there's a lot going on here that would be very interesting over the next many years to watch for these type things. How would that affect?
Yes.
So just keep your eye out on this privacy law, because it could affect a state near you as well. It starts in California sometimes and spreads, and I think other states are probably considering it. Now this one, and some other states might actually have some, I'm not sure. Hey Techies Show, be right back.
HeyTechiesShow.com. Open 24/7, as long as we don't forget to pay the bill.
Listen and imagine. It takes 5 seconds to send a text, and for those 5 seconds, you're driving blind. Life is worth more than a text. Stay alive. Don't text and drive.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org, a message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, Noise, and the Ad Council.
In Alabama, the recycling industry employs nearly 11,000 men and women. Recycling just 10% more would create an additional 1,400 jobs and $66 million in personal income. To learn about recycling opportunities in your area, contact the Alabama Environmental Council. Recycling works in Alabama. Brought to you by the Alabama Environmental Council, the Alabama Broadcasters Association, and this station.
Watch out for people riding bikes. It's not just courteous, now it's the law. The new 3 Feet for Safety Act requires that drivers give at least 3 feet of space when passing bicyclists. More and more people are commuting and touring Alabama on bicycles. As the number of cyclists on our roads increases, so does the need for safe driving. So slow down and give cyclists 3 feet of room. Follow the rules of the road and watch out for each other. Learn more at drivesafealabama.org. Sponsored by ALDOT, the Alabama Broadcasters Association, and this station.
Do you need a job? Are you stuck in a job you don't really like? Do you want to make more money? If you answered yes to any of these questions, your local Alabama Career Center can help you. Career Centers provide services to job seekers who are looking to land a job, make a career move, or to get some valuable vocational or educational training. Call or visit your local Career Center today, where professionals will help you with your resume, teach you how to nail that interview, and can even help you get training for that dream job. All of these services are available at no cost to you. The first step in finding your dream job is making sure you're prepared to land it. And don't just take our word. Keosha Smith, now an LPN, is very happy with the guidance she received.
My overall experience, I would say, was totally awesome. If you're looking for a job or if you want a better job, the Career Center would be a wonderful choice.
Visit us today, www.joblink.alabama.gov. Sponsored by the Alabama Department of Labor, the Alabama Broadcasters Association, and this station.
Do you have a product, service, event, or just about anything to promote, but you have always assumed it was just too expensive? Then listen up, it's not. Here at WLGS, we have every patron spot available with a pricing plan that is sure to fit any budget. Just think your very own patron announcement with the potential to reach thousands. There are a few restrictions, but let us worry about that. Email us at questions@heytechieshow.com. That's questions@heytechieshow.com.
You're listening to the Hey Techies Show on WLJS Jacksonville.
Welcome back into the Hey Techie Show. What?
Nothing. I just did that to mess you up.
Well, you didn't get me that time.
Well, I kept on leaning towards the mic.
I was going to try to see if you were going to say
I know this
something.
is radio. People can't see unless you're watching the video. But
You can watch the
I
video.
kept leaning towards the mic like I was going to say something, and you're like,
Well,
what? I'm like, nothing.
Bruce is always wanting to say the same thing I'm saying when we come back in. I'm going to start saying something different when Bruce doesn't know
yes.
it. He
Yes.
sounds silly when he tries to copy me. Anyway. Well, how many of you fine folks have been using the Walmart get your groceries at the door program?
Me.
Yeah, I have been too. How's it been going for you, Guru?
It's had some bumps, and this past week, like, they never told me my groceries were ready, so I didn't go till I was told to go, and I get a call saying, "Are you coming to get your groceries?" Like, you've never told me to come get them.
Yeah, we had a little incident like that too, similar to that.
But she was real nice. But I said, "Oh, well, it's ready. So just if you can check in, go ahead and you check in when you're on your way, and we'll be waiting. No, if not, just call us when you get here." So I mean, they're real friendly about it, and just a little minor thing. It's not like deal breaking, but considering having to go in the store and make these grocery trips, I'd much rather do this.
Oh yeah, it's been nice.
Gives me time back that I can spend with my family.
Yeah, it's been very nice actually.
So yes, I
I
give them a good marks on it overall.
I can't believe how much I've stayed out of Walmart.
I know. I went into one of the stores the other day. It's like, when's the last time I was in here? I couldn't remember.
Yeah. You know what's funny? Now we bring this up, I can remember a time in my life where if I went into Walmart, I always went to the electronics department.
Me too.
At some point. But I can safely say that hasn't happened. I mean,
me too. It hasn't happened in a long time.
But it's not so much this. It was before now. I mean, rarely would I've stopped off lately, and we're talking 6 months, and looked around the electronics department. I mean, it's I don't know what that means. I don't know. It's unusual for me, I suppose. But
well, let me ask you this. This is kind of a off the subject, but not off the subject. So when you would go to a mall that had a Radio Shack, would you make sure to stop
yes,
in? Okay.
Of course.
Well, you're on your geek badge for sure to not, because I would too. And those are kind of gone too, unfortunately. But anyway, I just thought I'd ask you that while we're talking about it. Well, I do have a sort of related to Walmart. So
well, okay, you can, but let me finish this.
Go ahead. Go ahead. I have an observation, but you go ahead.
No, that's good. That's fine. But I wanted to bring that up.
Yeah.
I was bringing that up, and I was trying to talk.
Okay, I thought you just to bring up random stuff.
No,
trying to fill 9 minutes of air.
No, I was bringing that up to bring up this.
Okay.
Kroger, according to a CNBC article, is supposed to be, they're wanting to bring driverless cars to grocery delivery.
Oh, so bring them to your house.
Yes. So it's called the last mile.
The last mile.
That's the hardest part of the delivery, is that last mile.
Yes.
Trying to get all that worked out.
Or the last 500 miles if you live in Alaska.
Yeah, that's right. That's a good point. That's be a long way. Yes, according to this article, they announced Thursday to partner with driverless car company Nero to deliver groceries using its autonomous vehicle. However, there will be a good many roadblocks to this. Number one, the Nero does not have a refrigerated car at the moment, but they're working on that technology. That would be a problem. Now, along with that, Walmart has recently said it was partnering with Postmates to expand its online grocery delivery program. Amazon announced that it was going to work with entrepreneurs who run a local delivery network of up to 40 delivery vans. So that they're looking at not autonomous, but actual individuals who would drive a delivery van to wherever the food delivery is.
Yeah.
Now, this is pretty bold by Kroger, and this is not going to happen overnight. I mean, this is something they'll have to invest in to build this up, because they got a lot of problems here. I mean, not only we talked about it, autonomous. I mean, it's not there yet to go widespread. It'll be limited areas that this is, I'm sure, even going to be used in. But then you've got all the other things like litigations, protecting yourself against litigations if your autonomous vehicle hurts someone.
Yes.
That kind of thing. Will it be able to work around other vehicles on a normal road situation? So there's this is early days of this. They're looking at
all these companies, these physical brick and mortar companies. They're trying to figure out some way to differentiate themselves. And am I going to be first to this particular method, like this last mile delivery? If they can figure it out, it's going to be huge for them. But they're putting in the money to try.
Right.
I mean, because like with this is back to, I'm going to bring us back to what I was going to comment about Walmart. And there's no story here,
that's fine.
No doubt that Bruce and we shop on Amazon quite a lot. Michael does to some extent, but Bruce and I are like heavy Amazon users, probably like most of our listeners. So I was looking for a purchase something for my brother for his birthday, which was recently, and first place Amazon. So I knew what I wanted to get him, so I went to Amazon and searched for it, and sure enough, I found it. Reasonable price. It was about what I wanted to pay for. The reviews were good. I felt good about, I did my normal research that I do. But when I noticed it wasn't, it was Prime, but it wasn't going to be 2-day delivery because of the size of the box or weight or something. But it wasn't going to arrive in time for when I needed it. I got so accustomed to, Prime delivery. It was Prime, but it wasn't 2-day because there's probably some way they get out of it with weight or, like I said, dimensions of the box or whatever. I don't know. But so I said, let me try Walmart.com. So I went to Walmart.com, found a similar item, similar specs, had similar good reviews, free 2-day shipping.
Okay.
And it sure enough arrived at my doorstep in 2 days.
Wow, there you go.
And with like Walmart, that was like, you didn't have to have a membership to do that.
Yeah, that's true.
I think it's over $35. It's free 2-day shipping.
So was this item similar priced?
Yes, it was. It was similarly priced.
Okay.
I can't tell you the exact
no
difference, but it was in the ballpark.
Okay.
And I was like, okay, sure, I'll buy it from Walmart. So Walmart went business that day.
There you go.
Just take that, Amazon.
A one-time take that, Amazon.
I do tend to look at Walmart.com some. Now sometimes it's not that way, but it just depends.
All right. So I've waited till late to cover this because I ran across this early this morning while I was getting ready. Well, I'll be drinking coffee. And this is really something that I have wondered about a while. And the reason and I don't mean I've thought about it or just sort of obsessed about it. I'm not saying that. I've just wondered about if this one day was going to happen. And I've never really mentioned it on the show, but I have some personal background information that I'll have to loosely try to work around how to get it in because it's sort of sensitive. But this is from a PJ Media article. Now, I'm just going to read you the headline.
Okay.
Netflix under fire for suspected child pornography scenes.
Oh.
Well, and you say that. But here's the thing. I've wondered when this was going to happen. And I'll tell you why. I wouldn't be a person watching any of this because this is something that I'm real against. But you can sort of just peruse the names of a lot of the stuff on Netflix, and you can kind of derive a little bit of what's probably going to be on there before you ever watch it. And some of the pictures that they show, like the front cover, say, okay.
Right.
And most of these are foreign films. They have a lot of these foreign erotic type stuff on Netflix, believe it or not. I mean, I don't peruse it, but it pops up. Like it pops up on not what I might like, but there are sections. You'll see the pop-up ad. It does that. I've seen plenty.
I haven't.
Well, anyway, I have.
I don't use Netflix that often anyway.
Well, anyway, I understand. Now, I'm not going to go into what all this is called. That's not why I brought it up.
Okay.
The article's going to be on our page, and if you want to go look at it, I'm just not going to cover that part of it.
Yeah.
So, HeyTechiesShow.com, and you can see where I pulled this. But what I wanted to talk about is, I know this to be a big deal, and the reason I know this is because when I worked at the audiovisual department, we had a couple of films that I thought were questionable.
Oh.
Yes. I'm not going to name them, but one of them is banned in Kentucky, and part of the movie was a disc with the movie about the banning of this film in another state. And one of our faculty members wanted that to have that sort of discussion about, because there's several scenes in the movie, that has a actor who appears to be underage.
Okay.
But now in this particular episode of Argentinian movie that's on Netflix, a young child acts out a scene that in our country for 99% of the time we frown on here in this country. We do not allow these kind of things to be done by children or acted out by children in movies. But I wanted to give a little point at the end, okay?
Okay.
PJ Media puts a little cursor at the end. Now listen to this. The clip is making its way around Facebook, but just as a note, anyone sharing it should be aware that it's a crime to circulate child porn.
That is true.
Even if you are trying to get help for the child.
Oh.
So, see, PJ Media is not showing the picture. What they've done, they're showing a picture of what they're depicting with blanked faces. So that's what they're doing. But they're explaining in the bottom of this that, hey, because apparently the FBI has been made aware of this based on other people saying, hey, guess what Netflix is showing? Hey, they got shocked by watching it apparently because it's right at the first of the film. So it's very prominent, and it sort of lays out the film apparently. But anyway, just an FYI, if you're a parent and your kids watch Netflix or you don't, there are things like this on Netflix that you might want to be concerned about.
And then also be careful what you share on Facebook.
I agree, totally.
And real quick, we got like 4 seconds, so I got to play this closing. But AOL Instant Messenger is back, baby. Some company has bought the software.
Yeah.
But you have to go claim your screen name, so go hurry up and claim your screen name today.
Man,
article will be in the show notes.
All right. Hey, Techie Show. See you next week.
The Hey Techies Show is produced by The Guru and co-produced by Mike Stedham. Join us again next time for another exciting installment of The Hey Techies Show. It's going to be great, maybe.
Live from NPR News in Washington, I'm Jack Speer. A gunman who opened fire at a newspaper office in Annapolis, Maryland today, killing 5 people and wounding at least 2 others, had apparently threatened the paper on social media. Acting Anne Arundel County Police Chief William Kremp says the suspected gunman entered the building armed with a shotgun and smoke grenades.